I remember Fruitland's nurseries, where the Berkmans carved their fate. Dennis Redmond's twin magnolias marked the entrance gate. And I remember 29, a good year by my bones. Come Alistair Mackenzie and the gentleman Bobby Jones, and they turned orchards into fairways, laid traps amongst the trees, placed teas amid the vineyards, laid gardens.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Golf Gossip. I'm one of your hosts, Shan Coughlin.
And I'm Jamie Catola.
And we're the real wives of golf professionals here to talk about the latest in the golf gossip. But first and foremost, we are laughing hysterically. We officially want new music.
New
Jeff.
music. Please, new intro music. I even wrote a sign that says,
That's Augusta,
New
Sweet
music.
Augusta by Billy Mack.
And this is, okay, Augusta is Augusta.
that's
this
fine.
is gossip.
this is gossip.
I had the Rush Limbaugh music, and y'all didn't like that. I mean, what do you want, man? I'm just a producer here.
We're women.
We want people to
You
tell
want
us.
girly music.
Let's get Madonna or
Yeah.
like
Let's get some
Beyonce.
girly music.
Yeah.
Get some
That is-
Beyonce, you know?
Yeah.
All right, well, she doesn't play golf, so.
No. Katy Perry, you know,
Maybe.
fireworks.
Yeah.
That's right. We want people excited for this show.
Okay, so speaking of fireworks, that's a great segue.
There you go.
Can you believe? I guess this has been around for a while, but it just showed up like on a bunch of information that we saw. But really, John Daly's ex-wife?
I know he's getting sued. Well, actually, John Daly's fiance is getting sued by his ex-wife.
Yeah, and they split up in 2007.
Yes.
Yes.
And she started the filing in 2011.
11.
So this has been going on for almost 4 years.
Okay, so I went and did a little digging, and not that we're against the institution of marriage, but I do think some people just don't need to get married.
Clearly.
And so I looked up John Daly's history. John Daly has been married 4 times. The first time to Dale Crafton, that lasted 3 years, from 87 to 90. Next was...
Those were the good years. Were they sober years? I don't know.
Because this next one is interesting. Betty Fulford, it says married 1992. There's no end. There's no end year.
there you go.
Maybe that lasted less than...
Maybe he has multiple
I don't know.
wives.
Then Paulette Dean Daly, 95 to 99. Okay, so that's the longest one, 4 years. And then to Cherie, the one that in the lawsuit, 01 to, I guess this is the longest one, 01 to 07. Maybe she figured since she stuck it out the longest through all the
That's
stuff
it.
that she should be entitled. But can I read you a quote from CBS, the article that is on CBSSports.com?
Sure.
This is what I don't get. I know, we're both happily married. I, of course, have been married once before, so been through the divorcee process.
Correct.
It's not fun, even if you're the one that wants it. But here, there's a quote here on the internet from CBSSports.com. Quote, Miller sued, how do you pronounce her last name? Kladakis and
Kalidakis, I think.
Yep, and 2 purported employers in 2011 in DeSoto County where Miller alleges Daly and Kladakis began their sexual trysts. Miller says the trysts began in 2007 while she was separated from Daly. I am sorry. You are not a homewrecker if the tryst started after you were already gone.
And that's why she's suing her for being
Yes.
a homewrecker. That's what the article says. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. However, in the state of Mississippi,
Yes, and that's the other thing. He doesn't even live in Mississippi.
no, he lives in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the good old state of Mississippi, where the affair started, you can actually have a trial for alienation of affection.
You're already separated. Chicky poo.
It's a big stretch. I'm sure she's already received funds from her divorce settlement,
yeah.
but it's not enough. She's going after the fiance.
Okay, to what? Okay, you split up in 07. It's now what, 15? We're in
Well, in 4 years later, she decides she's going to start this process.
Yeah. And then it's been going on for 4 years. I bet her attorney is encouraging this because he is raking it in.
I just hope it goes to court. I want to see the transcripts.
Which would be public record.
It would be public record. I bet it could be. It's probably going to be pretty explicit.
Well, yeah, because the trysts.
Well, you have to discuss what was going on.
Yeah.
No one's going to plead the fifth. They're just going to get it over with and say what happened.
I'm sorry. You know, these are the things that make me sad to be a woman. Are you serious? No, obviously we don't know the whole story. And there's always multiple sides.
There are.
And if you combine them all, maybe you get a half of the truth.
Yeah.
But, you know, we get to do this because it's our show. But I'm
That's right.
going on, you're separated 4 years. I bet you run across this thing. where
Probably
you-
something came up where she was like,
I'm
no,
done.
I'm
Yeah.
not, this is not cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going after him.
But
So,
my goodness, you married John freaking Daly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, man, his pants are hot, but they don't always look good on everybody.
Pat Perez, I don't know.
God, he was our man up last week, and he's just on a roll. Like, terrible.
At least he managed to string together 4 rounds this week.
He did,
But the
without an 18-point swing.
Yeah, without an 8-point. I'm just back on this whole. Even CBS Sports is saying there's so many jokes here again back on Daily. I don't know. The other quote, real quick, says, since the sexual activities between Kladakis and Daly allegedly occurred in the state of Mississippi, witnesses and evidence may be found here. We do not find it improper to bring her back to Mississippi to defend the alienation of affection case that arose out of the alleged activities.
I know.
They're going to bring her back.
I think there's just not a lot going on in DeSoto, and Judge Donna Barnes needs some action in that courtroom.
I don't know.
And this will
All right.
put her on the map.
All
So,
right, okay, so we're done with John Daly now. I'm sorry. I just had to read that quote. You're right. The jokes are just coming fast and furious, and you know, poor John. He just keeps doing this to himself.
you
but
know,
now,
your actions do catch up with you.
but no, now this they weren't married, I realize, but this may represent now his longest relationship. If it started in 07 and now we're at 15, this will be the 8th year.
It could be.
Yeah, go
We'll
John.
see. We'll keep you posted on that one. Trust
Oh
me,
my
it's on
gosh.
our radar.
Mississippi, really? Like they needed more
More
bad-
ammo.
Yeah. All right. Although there's great golf there, great
There is.
and casinos. So anyway, I don't know about the legal system. Good news yesterday.
Snedeker?
Well, Snedeker, that's one thing. Yeah, Snedeker Brandt won.
Yes, he did. Good win. He'll be excited for the rest of the season to start for him. But no, yeah, we have a new papa. Another new papa.
Another new papa, Adam Scott,
James Bond himself is now a
Yep.
father to a little baby girl.
and her name is Bo
Vera.
Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Bovera. It's 2 different words. Bo
Vera.
Vera.
I guess it depends on your accent.
I guess. So congratulations.
To another Aussie having another good week. Gosh.
Yes. Big news.
Jason Day.
I know.
Now Adam Scott.
And speaking of new papas, Dustin Johnson played well, tied for 4th this weekend. So he must be getting a little more sleep.
His kid, oh my gosh, I looked on Instagram, is the cutest little boy ever. He's got these 2 little dimples, and he just smiles, and you're like, okay, that's a really cute
Okay,
little
have you
baby.
seen his mother?
Yeah,
I mean,
his
she's
mother
beautiful.
is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So,
And you know he's going to be like 12 feet tall
yeah.
because they're both super tall. I wonder how tall she is. Does she just look tall because
She
she's
just
so
looks
thin?
tall. She's actually really tiny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She wears heels.
She
So.
wears big heels.
But Adam Scott will be debuting March 5th in Doral. So I think a lot of people are I think that's going to be a start for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really playing in the Northern Trust this week. I think it's going to be a little bit of a boring week for golf on the TV.
Okay, so I'm going to pull the opposite. You know, it's shocking, I realize. But I think when some of the big names don't play, it gives the other guys a little bit of a
Momentum.
I don't know, a little bit of a something, and they actually play well. I mean, I like to see it, but then again, I liked last year when, you know, a million different people won.
I think that's
So-
good too. And, you know, when you say that, you know, it's kind of like when Tiger won everything,
Yeah.
you know, he didn't really have much competition. Now
Right.
there's a bunch of guys with a lot of competition together.
Right.
And they kind of all duke it out.
Right.
You know, the big guys aren't playing this week. They're taking a break.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be, I don't even know who to pick. I think it's going to be a crapshoot.
I think it'll be very exciting to watch because of that, especially if you're in a fantasy golf league. Don't forget to tune into the Fantasy Golf Show with Jeff Deal. That's Tuesdays at 4:00. But going back to Adam Scott, he's done, you know, okay last year. He had 10 top 10 finishes. I'd say that's more than okay, over $4 million.
Yeah.
This year he's only got one event he played, made the cut, obviously, and finished in the top 25. So not a bad check, $108,000.
No, I mean, I think everybody's ready to see the big boys get out there and
Yeah.
play together. So I'm thinking Durrell's going to be the breakout date for Rory and Adam. And, well, Bubba's already played, but, you know, get them all together on the same.
Same
course.
Same course. Thank you. Yeah, but speaking of someone who won't be there, should we just go into our man up, dude?
We are. Let's just get into Man Up Monday.
Man up Monday.
I had already predicted it last week. I made the announcement. I told everybody he was retiring. If you listen to our show, I said he was now the new spokesperson for the American Spine Institute. No one believed me. And then guess what? He made his announcement. This is golf gossip. We got our fingers on the pulse. We
gosh.
know what's happening before anybody else. And that's it. He's retired.
Tiger Woods takes
for the
an
season.
indefinite leave of absence.
He'll come back for
officially.
the Masters, and that'll be it.
But I love this. He takes an indefinite leave of absence from golf, explaining that he sucks.
Well, he does.
Well, you know,
We've discussed it. Everybody's discussed it. It's horse. It's dead. Let's, you know.
yeah, he needs a new PR company too.
He does.
But the apparently he just can't stand it anymore. Again, we talked about this. I think it's exceptionally difficult when you are used to mentally playing at one level and you just can't, for whatever reason, injury, mental illness, all these may apply to him. You just can't play there again.
Sexual problems.
Yeah. Your butt not
Your
working.
butt or just your
properly.
infidelity, your
Yeah.
sex addiction.
It just doesn't, you just can't bring it back. I think it takes an entirely new training
He needs a life
team.
coach.
He does need. Well,
Maybe we could be his life coach.
yeah, he wouldn't want to hear us.
That's the problem.
He
needs
one
some
who'll
truth.
Listen to him.
Some
that
truth
he'll listen
serum.
to him. That he'll listen to. All right, so that's our man up, Tiger. You know what though? I do. He is a person. He has done a lot.
Did
Respect
a lot of
for
good stuff for the game.
respect for everything he's done. Do wish him all the best, but please just man up and get your crap together.
Yeah.
You have a lot of potential to do more good things, just maybe not on the course, but certainly off the course.
You know, that would make a really good reality TV show, Tiger getting his act back together.
It would.
So there's a new station coming up called Scratch TV.
You tweeted me about, or you texted me about this earlier today.
I did. The PGA Tours realized that the millennials just can't concentrate on anything. I always say they're like like toddlers with ADD.
ADD.
It's like
Bad.
constant stimulation. And they aren't interested on watching the Golf Channel on a Saturday.
And Scratch TV is something the PGA is doing?
They teamed up with a multimedia company called Bedrocket.
Okay.
And right now it hasn't launched yet, but you can go to their Facebook page and they have videos.
Okay.
Basically, it's just like shaky GoPro videos
Right.
with 2-second bits all piled together in a 1-minute segment with some Beastie Boys playing in the background.
Wait. The Beastie Boys?
Well, Beastie Boys type-esque
Okay.
music, a little bit of rock. And I mean, some of it's cool. You get to see Ricky Fowler had a GoPro when he was playing in the Farmers, and you got to see and hear the shots from,
Okay.
inside the ropes. But it's a little, it's just a little over the top, I think.
Okay.
And
Oh, see, I'm trying to look it up, and Jamie's like, no, you have the wrong
it's
thing.
it's not
Oh, it's-
Scratch with a C. It's
it's
SKRATCH-TV. TV as in the letters. So
You can just say, hey, Shane, you got it wrong. I'm good with that.
well, they didn't know you were looking it up. But
Yeah, so if you're not watching us, if you're just listening on one of your apps, you can go to thegolfdirector.com, go to our TV tab, and you can see us.
yes. So only 20% of millennials watch the PGA Tour. That's a really crappy number.
But here's the thing, though. Millennials are young, and I don't know that I started watching golf on TV until I started playing it more, and then I was older. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
It's
these
still
guys
low.
play on the weekends,
Yeah,
and you know.
okay.
But this is kind of going to be like another TMZ of golf. It's going to be a lot of videos thrown in together.
So you're suggesting that they give Tiger Woods a GoPro and have him turn it on when it.
Yep. I
love it.
I think everybody will pony up for marketing dollars. If not, then you do a Real Housewives of golf pros,
Absolutely.
and you put the OO boys together, and you got. You got Ben Crane and Bubba Watson and Ricky Fowler
Hunter
and Hunter
Mayhem.
Mayhem, and they just go at it. I mean, they're funny as it is. If you ever follow them on Twitter and Instagram, they do all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, so I wonder how this station's going to do. They will not be showing any golf, by the way.
yeah,
no
no golf.
golf. So-
Just golfers. But now, they just have one on here about Bill Murray, and we have to just tell what.
I got to give a plug. Bill Murray was in the Pebble Beach.
Uh-huh.
He wanted a cigar, so he traded one of his granola bars for a cigar from the crowd. I was like,
Did
"Woohoo."
they show that on TV?
Yeah, my husband caught it real quick. He's like, "Hey, Bill Murray just got a cigar from somebody out of the crowd and
That
gave
is
him a
awesome.
granola bar." I was
So
like,
here,
nice.
so here you are. You know, you're at the Pebble Beach Pro
Yeah.
Am, watching everybody, and Bill Murray starts making his way through the crowd to take your cigar.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a little eccentric anyway. I mean, he lives in Charleston. He's always doing crazy stuff in Charleston that we know about. So I thought that was very cool as someone who owns a cigar company. And I was just like, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we have to give a plug. Don't forget to check out Nick's Cigar World. That's nickscigarworld.com.
Yep.
You can still use the golf director code,
Yes,
right?
you can. You get 10% off with your golf director.
So just say golf in the coupon code and you'll get 10% off. So go Nick. Nick is the most interesting man in Myrtle Beach.
He is. Look it up. YouTube it.
All right, so speaking of the we're back to Pebble Beach from this weekend. I think we ought to give an update on some of our pros we didn't know. We've
That's
covered
right.
2 now, and last week, oh my gosh, the the fact that I didn't realize LOS meant the, but for
Was I right about that?
I don't know, but it made sense to me.
The dog.
Lost Dog,
Lost
DAWG
Dog Junior.
Junior,
Got-
got 10 more followers.
Woohoo!
on
We
Twitter.
got him 10 more.
I hope it was us. Yeah, I'm
I
sure
hope
it
so
was.
too.
Yeah, and then who you give the numbers.
So we have, let's see, we have okay, so Carlos Sands, that was Lost Dog
Lost Dog
Junior.
Junior.
He went from 477 to 487.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And our original one from when we started this season was
Right.
Justin Hicks.
That's right.
And he is Justin Hicks 2010.
Okay.
We don't know what his starting number was, but I do know he's got 1,030 followers. So we'll see how this keeps going. And we're
Okay.
going to keep a tally of all our boys, all
Okay.
our pros we didn't know.
Yes, but now we are much more familiar with. So today's pro we didn't know from Pebble Beach is Scott Pinkney. His Twitter handle is at Pinkney Scott. That's PINCKNEY Scott. He actually retweeted us right away.
He
today.
did.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
he's
Whoop, whoop.
listening. We're going to work on your Twitter too.
Yep. And so going back to him, so this year in 2015, he has played in 9 events, made 5 cuts, and finished in the top 25 once. He made $141,000. So I mean, I think that's awesome.
I think it's great.
The travel money, right? Let's give a little more background here. I'm going to go up. He is 120th on the FedEx Cup rank and has a 72.091 scoring average, and official world golf ranking is 409. He is from Arizona State University. What is up with these ASU boys?
I know it. I have no idea.
Are you having trouble with that microphone
I know.
again?
My mic is falling on me again.
Okay.
Here we go.
So he graduated in 2011 with a Bachelor of Science degree and turned pro in 11. He was born in Orem, Utah. Whoop, whoop. Go. We have some friends out in Mesquite, Nevada, which is not too far from the Utah border. I'm not familiar
My dad's
with
played
Orem.
golf there. He went on a golf trip. He said it was amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know there's 200 golf courses in Utah? Over 200 golf courses in Utah. It's one of the states where golf is really booming. So anyway, he was born March 13th, 1989.
Oh, his birthday's coming up.
It is
We'll have to
coming
give
up.
him a shout out. I'm going to write that down. March 13th
Yes, so that is
for our boy's birthday.
Scott Pinkney. At Pinkney Scott is his Twitter handle, and this is a pro we didn't know, but now we're going to start following and get more familiar with Way to go, Scott. Keep it up. And speaking of birthdays, it's my birthday month. My birthday was yesterday.
Yes, it was. Happy birthday, Shane.
Thank you. Had an awesome day. So, but we'll continue to celebrate the whole
Yeah, of
month.
course.
Of course we will.
Why not?
All right, so that's our pro we didn't know. And
We have to give our updates
Yes.
on our standings.
yeah, so Jamie and I have this friendly competition, which, we're very competitive amongst ourselves. So she had picked Rory McIlroy, and I had picked Bubba Watson. And we said, okay, we're going to pick the person we think will, at the end of the season, be ahead in the world rankings. Well, Rory's still first and Bubba's still third. Rory hadn't even played yet this year, so I don't really know how that works. But then we decided to make it a little more interesting since those guys most likely will stay at the top. So
Yep.
last week, we looked at who was in 11th through 20th place and picked somebody. Jamie picked Ricky Fowler, and I picked Jimmy Walker. And where are they standing right now, world ranking-wise?
Ricky is number 12 and Jimmy Walker's number 13. But I think Jimmy Walker, he's number 1 in the FedEx. I think he is going to move up.
That's very kind of you, because before we were on air, she's like, so I'm still kicking your butt.
I did say that. And I said, should we pick a third person so it's a little bit more fair?
No.
We're going to stick with our 2 each.
Yes. So I still can't get. I'm still back on John Daly. I'm sorry.
I know. It's I just never heard of a wife suing the fiance. A wife suing the fiance for infidelities. Home wrecker. You're a home wrecker. I'm suing you.
Yeah, you slept with my husband after I left him.
Yeah.
Or after
my
he left
sl-
me,
my
whatever.
Gross husband.
I don't know. Sorry, I just saw that back up here. All right, so what's coming up next week, Miss Jamie?
Well,
Where's our-
one quick thing. We need to do our man crush. And we've already decided
Oh.
we're going to give it to Adam Scott.
My gosh, yes, to Mrs. Adam Scott again. Congratulations
Yep.
on the baby, and we do think your husband's hot.
Yeah.
I'm sure you agree. But yeah, that's our Man Crush Monday. Mr.
It
Adam
is.
Scott, look it up. The information is being posted out there. Adam's doing really well with his career, over $37 million made, and
Yep.
we'll probably most likely
And
continue
his
that
model
trend.
wife.
Yes. Now, is he playing? He won't play next week.
No, he said Durrell.
Doral was his next one. Okay, I'm
Yep.
pulling up the Northern Trust is next
Northern
week.
Trust is next week.
Riviera Country Club still out in California.
Yep. I think a lot of them are going to be taking a break. So,
But Bubba Watson won last year. He's the defending C.
so he'll have to be there. But
He'll have to be
I looked at real quick on the leaderboard. None of our guys that we had picked was at
Were
least
playing?
in our we're playing. So I don't know if our rankings will change much, but
Yeah, DJ's playing, so it'll be interesting to see if he can follow up on a good round.
I'd like to see him get a little W.
He likes those California courses. He
Yeah.
may pull a W out. Some good folks we may be able to choose.
But you need Bubba to win
I need-
to
yeah.
try and overtake me in the
Thanks.
rankings.
Appreciate that.
I'm just stating the
Go ahead.
facts.
Jimmy Walker's playing too, by the way.
Oh, now you got 2. I got none.
There you go, folks.
I'll wait for Doral. That's it.
There you go. All right, I think we're set this week.
That's it. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Yes, to Golf Gossip. This edition of Golf Gossip has been produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, navigate over to our featured golf course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much more. If you need help with your next golf vacation, give us a call at 844-GO-GOLF-1. That's 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. You can also tweet #JustCallDave. All of our TGD programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand, so to catch up on a show you might have missed, including previous Golf Gossip, you can go to the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. This is Shan Coughlin, and on behalf of myself and my co-host, Miss Jamie Catola, our producer behind the glass, Jeff, who's now laughing at us, we thank you for tuning in. There's a lot more golf news and information coming up next, so don't go anywhere.